Hari bol, everybody. So I'm going live now. Sorry, I am live right now to go through Gīti-guccha. We're doing a proofread of this book now. It's going to the printers very soon, just in a few, I don't know, probably like a week from now. And so I've been going through doing everything gradually, but I skipped to the Ashtakam section, to the Stotras section, and I'm going to go through all the Rādhā-Kṛṣṇa Stotras because today is the very auspicious day of Sri Krishna Janmashtami. And every year on this day in the morning time at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I think it would be around then, in Mathura Keshavji Gauḍīya Math, we would sing all these different stotrams, and Gurudev would we'd sing a stotram and then Gurudev would explain it. He'd explain the deeper meaning of the words, and so I thought we can do that today in honor of Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So let me just, I actually forgot to set it up. Let me just open up the files. Sanskrit Stotras, okay, that's already open. And yeah, so I'm doing a proofread right now. If you find any mistakes, please let me know and I will add in your corrections. Let's make this bigger. How big should we make it? That's good, huh? Oops, I need to share the link. I forgot on WhatsApp because I have this WhatsApp group. Let me just. I need to share the link. I forgot. 1 second. Link. Okay. All right, so I guess we can begin with Radha Vinod Bihari Tatvashtakam. Let's make this, give this a blue background, huh? Which hue, like that? There. Okay. And I'll turn on track changes. Okay. I worship the lotus feet of that form of Sri Krishna, who, by being absorbed in anxious thought of Srimati Radharani, has assumed her golden feature. We're singing Radha Vinod Bihari Tatvashtakam, written by my Param Gurudev, Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Let me just check to make sure okay. Hari Bo, Raseshwari Mataji, Radhe Radhe. Okay. So I worship the lotus feet of that form of Sri Krishna who, by being absorbed in anxious thought of Srimati Radharani, has assumed her golden feature. And then what's in the square brackets is a commentary by my Srila Gurudev. We should mention that though, huh? I'm and type. Okay. Shri Krishna's immersion and separation from Srimati Radhika, who is in man and jealous anger, intensifies to such a point that he assumes her golden complexion. Alternately, Radha Lingita means he finally embraces Srimati Radhika after her man is broken. When the supreme object of loving service and the supreme loving servant merge in absolute love, how can there be any distinction made between them? But when they are separated, all of their distinctions are continuously amplified. Shri Krishna is Sevya, the supreme object of service, and Bhokta, the supreme transcendental enjoyer. And Srimati Radhika is Sevak, the supreme servant, and Bhogya, the supreme transcendental object of his enjoyment. In Sambhog and transcendental union, they are abhed, they are non-different. However, in Vipralamba, in transcendental separation, their bhed or duality in the form of unique qualities is amplified more and more. This is a very technical but very important ashtakam. The divine couple who eternally engage in transcendental pastimes comprise an existential reality that is inconceivably differentiated and non-differentiated. For the supreme potency and the supreme possessor of potency are always one with each other. Paratattva, the supreme existential reality, is never without his energy, his Shakti. When potency, and Shaktiman, the supreme source of all potency, have a single form, then Gaur Tattva, the reality of Sri Gaur Chandra, is manifest. And when they are in two separate bodies, Lila Purushottam Sri Krishna enjoys transcendental pastimes with Srimati Radhika. One should know that the absolute truth, which is one without a second, has divided his pastimes in two parts. Gaur is Krishna, and Krishna is Gaur. Hence, both of them are factually the original form of Godhead. Although the Supreme Absolute Truth is one, he has two sets of pastimes. In one, he is Sham Sundar Shri Krishna, and in the other, he is Shri Gaur Sundar. Sham Sundar is Gaur Sundar, and Gaur Sundar is Sham Sundar. Thus, both of them are in fact Swayam Bhagavan, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom all other forms of God are manifest. Wherever all colors exist simultaneously, a golden hue is manifest. However, in the absence of all color, a black hue is manifest. According to natural science, when the entire visible light spectrum is present in naturally occurring proportions, as in the sun, a golden hue is manifest. In Sanskrit, this is called Gaur Kanti. On the other hand, when all visible light is absent, a black hue is manifest. This is called Sham Kanti. The supreme absolute truth, which is one without a second, is both replete with qualities and devoid of qualities. All transcendental qualities are eternally manifest in Sri Gaur, and the totality of transcendental humors, completely devoid of any mundane qualities, is manifest in Sri Krishna. Those who give up this twofold form of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Absolute, and worship the undifferentiated, all-pervading, impersonal existence are intelligently looking for rice in empty husks. This I need to fix. Intelligently, I need to figure out what Vigya means here. Let me just... because that doesn't really sound right, does it? I'm actually just curious. I have... Oh, am I sharing my screen? Okay, I am good. Hari Bol Prajumna Prabhu. There's this book that was recently published, Gauḍīya Stava Sangraha, and this devotee Krishnadas Prabhu. He just released it on Srila Rupa Goswami's disappearance day. And so in this book, he gives a very simple translation and word-for-word meanings for all the ashtakams. Hey, oh, there's Radha Vinod Vihar, 256. So let's see how he explains this word Vigya. Okay, here it is, Vigya. Shri Krishna Atava Gaur Mitun Brahma. Anyways, I'll look at this later. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. Okay, I'll go get back to this. Although someone may be learned in all scriptures, his endeavors to obtain mukti, impersonal liberation, by worshipping the impersonal Brahma will only amount to fruitless labor. In other words, such a person is not intelligent at all. By the mercy of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, I worship Sri Vinod Bihari and Srimati Radhika as they meet with one another. By the mercy of Sri Guru, I am granted darshan, a transcendental vision of the divine couple Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari at the time of their transcendental meeting. Whoever recites this ashtakam every day with great faith will fully comprehend Krishna Tattva and become immersed in meditation on the lotus feet of Sri Gaur Sundar. Okay. Did I share my screen? Yes, I did. Hari Bol Prajamna Prabhu. Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kantir Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingita Vigraham Sevya Sevaka Sambhoge Dvayorbheda Kuto Bhavet Vipralambe Tu Sarvasa Bheda Sada Vivardhate Chilila Mitunang Tattvam Bheda Bhedam Achintyakam Shakti Shakti Matorakyam Yuga Parvartate Sada Tattva me kamparang vidyal Lilaya tadvidastitam Gora Krishna swayam hetat Ubhavo bhayamapnuta Sarve vana yatra vishta Gora kantit vikashate Sarva varnena hinastu Krishna varna prakashate Saguna nirguna tattvam Ekameva dvitiyakam Sarvanitya gunargora Krishna rasastu nirgunai Shri Krishna mitunam Brahma Tyakta tu nirgunam hitat Upasate mrishya vigya Yathatu shavaghatina Shri Vinora Vihariyo Radhaya Milito Yada Shri Vinora Vihariyo Radhaya Milito Yada Tadaham Vandanam Kuryam Saraswati Prasadata Iti Tattvashtakam Nityam Yapatit Shadayanvita Krishna Tattvam Abhigyaya Gaurapade Bhavin Mati Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kantir Gopita Shri Krishna Charanang Vande Radha Gita Vigraham. Within the pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan, you and Sri Krishna constantly delight in amorous pastimes, enthralled like two intoxicated elephants. O Devi, be pleased with me and mercifully grant me darshan of your two lotus-like faces. O Devi Gandharvika, in utter distress, falling to the ground like a rod, I implore you in a choked voice full of despair and pray at your lotus feet. Please be merciful to this fool and count me as one of your own. Sorry, I forgot to say, we're singing the Sri Gandharva Sampartanashtakam by Srila Rupa Goswami. O Shyama, the entire world is enchanted by the beauty of Lakshmi Narayan, but the beauty of you and Shyam, who embraces you with his left arm, is super excellent. When will I worship you, whose unique beauty is rare, even for Lakshmi Devi? O Devi, when, as your Saki, will I cover you in a rain cloud-colored garment, remove the ankle bells from your feet, and lead you, who are so full of delight, to a kunja for a nocturnal rendezvous with Sri Nandanandan? Within a kunj, on a pleasure bed made of many types of flowers, you are both thoroughly absorbed in sweet, joking pastimes. Oh, when, at such a time, will this person massage your lotus feet, which are the ornaments of the three worlds? O Vrindavaneshwari, due to the exertion of love sports on the bank of your pond, drops of perspiration caress the lotus faces of you and your beloved. As you both relax upon a jeweled singhasan in the shade of a tree, when will I fan your bodies with a chamar? When you playfully hide in a secret place within a kunj, and Sri Krishna comes to know where you are hiding and approaches you, you will ask me, "Oh, Rup Manjari, why did you reveal my hiding place to Krishna?" I will then reply, "Oh, beautiful-eyed Radhika, it was Chitrasaki, not I, who informs Mukunda of your hiding place in the kunj. Therefore, please do not frown and become unfairly angry at me. When will I thus beseech you in the presence of Rajendra Nandan?" Oh, and by the way, everything that's in parentheses, everything that's in rounded brackets is extra parts of my Gurudev's Bhav Anuvad. That's not directly in the Sanskrit, but it's coming from my Gurudev. So basically, everything in rounded brackets is my Gurudev, and anything in square brackets is the editors. When, in a prankish mood, you defeat Rajendra Nandan in a battle of words, you become exceedingly jubilant. You exult in the pride of your oratory prowess as you are extolled by your overjoyed Sakis. When will I behold you in such a state? Anyone who takes shelter of Sri Vrishabhanu Nandini Sri Radhika by regularly reciting this entreaty with great faith will surely please her, along with her beloved Sri Krishna, and thus become the recipient of the raves of their profuse mercy. Haribo, Mithun. Hare Krishna. So there are two melodies you can sing this. There's a sad melody and there's a happy melody. I don't know which one we should do. Maybe we should do the sad melody because this is, he's in utter distress, falling to the ground like a rod. I implore you in a choked voice full of despair. So we'll do the sad melody. Vrindavane viharator iha keli kunje महत्तद्वीपप्रवरकोत्तुकविभ्रमेण सन्दर्शयस्य युवयोर्वदनारविन्द त्वं त्वं विदेहि मयि देवि कृपां प्रसीद हा देवी काकु भरगर्गदयाद्यवाचा याचे निपत्य भुवि दाण्डवरोर्वतार्ति अस्य प्रसादम् अबुधस्य जनस्य कृत्वा कान्तार्विके निज गणे गणनां विदेहि श्यामे रमा रमण सुन्दरता वरिष्ठा सौन्दर्यमोहित समस्त जगज्जनस्य श्यामस्य वाम भुजबदतनुं कदाहं त्वमिन्दिरा विरल रूपबरां भजामि त्वं प्रच्छदेन मुदिरच्छ विना पिदाय मञ्जीरमुक्त चरणां च विधाय देवी कुञ्जे व्रजेन्द्र तनयेन विराजमाने नक्तां कदा प्रमुदितामविसारयिष्ये कुञ्जे प्रसून कुलकल्पितकेलितल्पे संविष्टयोर्मधुरनर्मविलासभाजो लोकत्रयाभरणयोश्चरणाम्बुजानि संवाहयिष्यति कदा युवयोर्जनोऽयम् त्वत्कुण्डरोधसि विलास परिश्रमेण स्वेदाम्बुचुम्बि वदनाम्बुरुह श्रियो वां वृन्दावनेश्वरि कदा तरुमूलभजो संविजयामि चमरे चय चामरेण दीनां निकुञ्जकुहरे भवतीं मुकुन्दे चित्रैव सुचितवती रुचिराक्षिणाः भोग्नां भ्रुवं न रचयेति मृषां रुषां त्वाम् अग्रे व्रजेन्द्रतनयस्य कदा नु नेष्ये भाग्योदकेलिकुतुके व्रजराजसूनं जित्वन्मदां अधिकदर्पविकासिजल्पा फुल्लाभिरालभिरनल्पमुदीर्यमाना स्तोत्रं कदा नु भवते अवलोकयिष्ये याकोऽपि सुष्ठु वृषभानुमारिकाया सम्प्रार्थनाष्टकम् इदं पठति प्रपन्ना सा प्रेयसा सह समेतधृतप्रमोदा तत्र प्रसादलहरीम् उररीकरोति जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे Okay, and we just read this, so I won't go over this again. Oh, just one little interesting thing though. This translation I got from somebody in the Vallabh Sampradaya who's very favorable, like who has so much affection to for Srila Gurudev, and has known Gurudev since the early days when Gurudev was in Mathura, and and he's very familiar with Gurudev's Harikatha and was glorifying Gurudev to me. Anyway, so I had him help me like make this translation. His name is Vishnu Pandey in Mathura. Probably many of you have seen him if you've been for the Rupa Goswami conference. Um, yeah, one of the he recently, I think just last year, he passed away, but he's very well respected within Mathura. And yeah, so this translation's from him. Okay, so now we're singing Rādhā-Kṛṣṇa by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. You like the sad melody? Cool. Okay. So, Rādhā-Kṛṣṇa by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Srimati Radhika's bodily complexion snatches away the pride of a golden lotus flower tinged with kumkum. Her bodily fragrance reproaches the fame of the scent of a lotus combined with saffron. She fulfills all the desires of the cowherd prince of Raj. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. Her multicolored silk sari decries the splendor of coral. She is a garden of blooming flowers for the playful pleasure of the maddened bee, Sri Krishna. She worships the sun god to obtain the perpetual association of Sri Krishna. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. The sublime softness of her body reprimands the fame of a cluster of delicate blossoms. Her body's coolness is worshipful for the moon, sandalwood paste, the lotus, and camphor. Her touch dispels the heat of Gopi Jana Vallabha Sri Krishna's amorous desires. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. Though honored by all the revered goddesses of the universe, Lakshmi Devi does not compare with Srimati Radhika in the opulence of her beauty, eternal youth, and so on, nor does she surpass her by her innate love or playful pastimes. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. She is expert in the beautiful arts of Ras Lila, such as dancing, singing, and joking. She is adorned with supernatural prem, enchanting beauty, wonderful attire, and all divine virtues. Among all youthful cowherd maidens, she is topmost. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. By her opulences of ever-fresh beauty, playfulness, and feelings for Krishna, she causes all the young cowherd maidens who are bound in deep attachment, anurag, for Sri Krishna to tremble. She is immersed in perpetual trance upon Sri Krishna's beauty, attire, and playful pastimes. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. She is decorated with sattvika bhavs such as perspiration, trembling, horripilation, tears, and a choked voice. She is adorned by ornaments of bhavs such as indignation, joy, and contrariness, and she is bedecked with an array of jeweled ornaments by which she delights the eyes of Sri Krishna. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. Upon being separated from Sri Krishna for even half a moment, she becomes distressed by the ever arising feelings of lowliness and great restlessness. And she is relieved of all her mental anguish upon meeting Krishna as a result of the intense efforts of one of their messengers. May that Srimati Radhika forever bless me with service to her lotus feet. Srimati Radhika, whose darshan is rarely attained even by Parvati Devi and other goddesses, gives great pleasure to her Sakis. She herself becomes elated upon meeting with Sri Krishna, and she is Krishna's dearest beloved. She quickly makes that person who prays to her by singing this ashtak a recipient of the nectar of service to her. It must be really late for you, Raseshwari Mataji. What time is it there in America right now and on the west side? Kumkumakta Kanchanabja Garbhari Gaurabha Pitananchitabja Gandha Kirtinendi Saurabha Palavesha Sunu Sarva Vanchitartha Sadhika Maya Matma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Gauravinda Kanti Nindi Chitrapata Shatika Krishna Mata Bringa Keli Pula Pushpa Vatika Krishna Nitya Sangamarta Parma Bandhu Radhika Mayam Atma Pada Padma Tasya Dastu Radhika So Kumarya Srishta Palla Balikirti Nigraha Chandra Chandanot Palendu Sevya Shita Vigraha Swabhimarsha Balavisha Kamatapa Badika Mayamatma Parapadma Dasya Dastu Radhika Vishwavandayo Vatabi Vandita Piyarama Rupanavayo Vanadi Sampadadnayat Sama Shilaharda Lilayacha Sayato Sinadika Mayam Atma Pada Padma Tasya Dastu Radhika Rasya Lasa Gita Narma Satkalali Pandita Prema Ramya Rupa Vesha Sargunali Mandita Vishvanava Gopayoshid Alitopiyadika Mayamatma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Nityanavya Rupa Keli Krishna Bhava Sampada Krishna Raga Banda Gopa Yovateshu Kampada Krishna Rupa Vesha Keli Lagna Sat Samadhika Mayamatma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Sveda Kampa Kanta Kashu Karkadadi Sanchita Marsha Harsha Vamatadi Bhavabhushananchita Krishna Netra Toshiratna Mandanali Dadika Mayamatma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Yakshanarda Krishna Vipra Yoga Santa Todita Nekadanya Chapaladi Bhava Vrinda Modita Jatna Labda Krishna Sangha Nirgata Kiladika Mayamatma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Ashtakena yasvanena noti Krishna vallabham Dashane pishaila jadi joshedali durlabham Krishna Sangha Nanditatma Tasya Siddhu Bhajanam Tam Karoti Nanditali Sanchaya Shusajanam Maya Matma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika Maya Matma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika. Okay, now we're going through the Krishna Chandrashtakam by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. (9:30 p.m.) Okay. Oh, for you, Prajumna Prabhu, also it's the day before Janmashtami, huh? Yeah, so it's the Adivas Titi. We perform kirtan on the Adivas Titi as well. All right, so what is that? Shri Krishna's bodily complexion reproaches the luster of a fresh rain cloud, kajal and blue sapphires. His garments shine more than saffron, the rising sun, and a flash of lightning. His entire form is anointed with sandalwood mixed with camphor and saffron. May that Balavendra Nandan, the son of the king of cowherds, bless me with service to his lotus feet. Nandan Krishna. Okay. On his cheeks dangle makar-shaped earrings that are most expert in dancing. His round face shatters the pride of the full moon and a host of lotuses. He tightens his shackles on the Vraj Gopis by eternally increasing their secret sentiments for him. May that Balavendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. His beauty, attire, love-laden pastimes, and loving endeavors are all ever fresh and new. He is always surrounded by a group of friends who delight him with their joking words as they play. The rays emanating from his pleasure forest, Sri Vrindavan, defeat Indra's heavenly Nandan garden. May that Balavendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Delighted by his friends, who are adorned with the gold of Prem, he is honored by the lords of various planets, such as Indra, their heads touching the ground in obeisance. Yet he himself daily worships Brahmins and his gurus at the appropriate times of the day. May that Balavendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He effortlessly cooled the Hydra and Kalyanag and easily killed Kamsa and Vatsasura. The rain of his playful pastimes nourishes his chatak bird-like, one-pointed devotees. He delights the Vrajvasis with his valor, pure nature, and sweet pastimes. May that Balavendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He satisfies Srimati Radhika and the other gopis with the nectar of his pastimes within the kunjas and the nectar of Ras Lila. He nourishes Srimati Radhika and her sakis with his amorous pastimes and tricks, and he delights the heart of everyone with his prem, nature, playfulness, and fame. May that Balavendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Through the Raslila, which is free from any smell of mundane lust, Sri Krishna shows the true path of pure bhakti to him. With his charming beauty and attire, he turns the minds of those he turns the minds of those who turn minds, the cupids. It's manmata. the corners of his eyes, he intimates his moods to the gopis. May that Balabendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He is always eager to obtain the touch of Srimati Radhika as she goes to pick flowers, and he is jubilant to receive darshan of the face of Radhika, who is so charming with her prem who is so charming with her prem-laden crookedness. He is the enchanting sandal paste that adorns Radhika's breasts. May that Balabendra Nandan Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Whoever sings this ashtak, praise to Sri Krishna. Whoever sings this ashtak, praise to Sri Krishna, who is the love of Radhika's heart, and whose darshan is not possible even for the celestial goddesses headed by Lakshmi. Thus, he will please not only him, but also Radhika and her companions, and Krishna will engage such a devotee in service to his lotus feet in Sri Vrindavan. Quite benediction, huh? Ambudanjanendra Nila Nindikanti Dambara Kumkumodyadarka Vidyut Anshudevya Dampara Shri Maranga Charchitendo Pitanakta Chandana Sangri Dasado Sangridasya dostu mesa Balavendra Nandana Kanda Tandavati Pandi Tanda Jesha Kundalash Chandra Padmasya Mandala Palavi Vardita Kovavana Sangrita Sadostu mesa Balavendra Nandana Nitya Harda Lisha Lina Sharmada Vrinda Vishtitam Priya Keli Nirchitena Sumesa Alandra Mama Atma Alka Palivati Nandana